Will the ruble recover? By www.forexconspiracyreport.com. The Russian ruble hit bottom in December of 2014 and has revived a bit. Will the ruble recover significantly, or is this just a brief ray of hope before another plunge? Russians with money are still concerned, according to an article in Forbes. The business publication notes that the ruble is no longer in ruin, but that money has flowed out of the country nevertheless. Rich Russians are all worried because they don't see how the country is going to lift itself from this crisis and don't know what policies the government will enact to get them there, says Marlen Kruzhkov, an attorney with Gusrae Kaplan in New York focused on financial transactions. Unless oil prices recover and Russia manages to get Western sanctions removed, a wholesale recovery of the ruble is unlikely. But in the meantime, investors in Russia have used the fall of the ruble to their benefit, according to Forbes. Many savvy Russians played their cards right when the ruble was going up in smoke. Those with dollars in hand bought expensive real estate in Europe and the US. They charged rent. They converted the stronger currency into rubles and made a killing in the local currency. Now they're buying up Moscow real estate with the proceeds. Will the ruble recover? For the time being, wealthy Russians who move money out of the country at the start of the ruble's plunge are happy campers and buying property at bargain basement prices. The price of oil. Oil prices are low because reserves are high and the global economy has slowed. If Iran and the six powers come to an agreement on limiting Iran's ability to make a nuclear weapon, Iran will start pouring crude oil into an already glutted market. That will drive oil prices down. The Wall Street Journal reports that traders expect supply data to be high, and this has pushed oil prices down. Oil prices fell on Tuesday as the dollar strengthened and investors awaited U.S. weekly inventory data. Light sweet crude for May delivery declined 91 cents, or 1.8%, to $51.23 a barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Brent, the global benchmark, slid 72 cents, or 1.2%, to $57.40 a barrel on ICE Futures Europe. Will the ruble recover? It will not do so soon if oil continues on the extreme low side. Will the Ukraine ceasefire last? The USA and European Union applied severe sanctions on the Russian Federation last year when Russia annexed Crimea, a province of Ukraine, and sent troops to support Russian-speaking separatists in Ukraine's eastern region. Heavy fighting has subsided after a ceasefire in Ukraine, but nothing is settled. Russia seems set on neutralizing Ukraine by granting regional power through federalization to the various regions. The New York Times quotes the Ukrainian leader. Speaking at the first meeting of a commission charged with developing amendments to the Ukrainian constitution, Mr. Poroshenko described federalization as tantamount to breaking apart the country, and said he was so certain Ukrainians would reject the idea that he was willing to put it to a national referendum. So long as Russia holds on to Crimea and meddles in Ukraine, there is little hope of the USA and European Union lifting sanctions. Will the ruble recover in this case? It is unlikely that it will do so anytime soon. For more insights and useful information about trading currencies, visit www.forexconspiracyreport.com.